Hey yo, I'm Fab, focused on understanding life. This is Genpop TV, and these are the 5 Brooklyn albums you better be streaming.
1. Smith & Wesson, The Shining. 2. Jay-Z, The Dynasty. 3. MC Lyte, Eyes on This. 4. Big Daddy Kane, Long Live the Kane. 5. B.I.G.
I'll be burning GP in that new GT, the Koofy Freeze. I bleed new Giddy, the weed 250 a half, it's the gas. My name Laz out in Brooklyn, I can rap, I be juxin', and I'm good looking.
Hey yo, LAZ, man, if you want to collab with me on a song and promote it on this channel or my other channel, get at me, you heard? If you need straight music promo, send me an email at thegenpopllc@gmail.com. Instagram and YouTube promo. Also, make sure y'all go check my new freestyle called Life Through Galleries that I put together with my bro Life Through Galleries, the photographer. If you in New York City and you need a photographer, make sure you send a DM to Life Through Galleries on Instagram, you heard?
Jamie Alexander here with Genpop TV, and this is the best performing video of the month.
Hey yo, LAZ, this video got the most views in the last 30 days. Duran, the story of Ding Ding, with 57,000 views, 43,000.7 unique viewers, and it brought in 360 new subscribers. You heard? Genpop gang in the building, let's get it. So boom, they escort me to the box, right? So like I said, I'm thinking that the box is similar to Rikers where there's gonna be a bunch of cells. We could talk all night and joke and have fun, and it don't be so bad. But that's not what the box is about. They bring me to the box building. I'm in cuffs. Now check it. You can bring some property to the box, but you gotta be locked in a cell. I don't know how the rules is now, but back in those times, you could get 1 bag of your property when you go to the box, and then after a week or so, you could get another bag of your property or another 2 bags, or they let you see your property and pick the stuff that you want to bring into your cell that's allowed in the box, right? So when I left that other dorm, niggas was so foul, dudes stole stuff out of my cube. The police probably let dude, because the police is who packed me up and brought me to a next dorm. When I got my property back, shit was light. So, know I mean, either the police let niggas have a free-for-all with my property, or niggas stole my property before they packed it up, stole what they could. You understand what I'm saying? Bum-ass niggas. But anyway, they lead me down the hallway to the box, right? So as I'm coming down the hallway, I'm just looking how this shit look. This shit look like some space shit. Like the box cells, they look like space capsules. You feel me? This shit look like some other world shit to me. Like high-tech electric doors that slide open and slide close, you feel what I'm saying, and lock you in. And that shit is like them niggas is locking you in some type of isolation chamber. That's what it basically is, but the shit just looks crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, of course, the box is outlawed for adolescents. This is when I was a teenager. I was 17 years old. Y'all niggas don't hate on my 17. But like, yeah, man, I was 17 years old. These niggas threw me in a box. That shit is illegal now, to be in a box at 17. You feel me? Because now they've proved in a court of law that the human brain is not finished developing until it's 25 years old. So when you put somebody in solitary confinement while their brain is still developing, you're gonna make their brain develop with harmful shit that will never go away. That will be lifelong lasting effects on the brain and its development. You feel me? So it is now illegal to put a teenager or a kid inside solitary confinement. That wasn't the case then back in 1993. You feel me? So here I am in the box. They bring me down the hallway. They crack one of my cells. They bring me in front of a cell. Like I said, shit looking like a space capsule. They crack the cell open. The cell come open. Right? Step in. They tell me step in. Boom. I step in. They take the cuffs on me. They close that door. They search me and shit like that, make sure I ain't got shit or whatever the fuck they do when they put a new inmate in the box. Then they close that door again. Right? Once that door closed, my nigga, shit is like you are trapped off from the planet Earth and humanity. Right? So I get in my cell. I don't got shit. My only bag of property, I don't got nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
toothpaste. I ain't got shit in my cell but some soap, toothpaste, you feel what I'm saying? Some sheets and a blanket. So I'm in there for about 20 minutes. I'm feeling antsy. I'm like, so I start calling out to niggas, yo, hey, yo, cell next to me. Nobody responded. So I'm like, I'm banging on the wall. And I'm like, yo. Niggas like, yo, shh. So one of the niggas was like, yo, sure, chill out, man. Niggas was like, yo, if they catch you talking in here, they gonna write you up and give you another ticket. And it's a tier 3 ticket because you already in the box. Anytime you catch a ticket while already in the box, it's an automatic tier 3 ticket. You feel me? He was like, if they catch you talking, they gonna give you another 90 days, my nigga. Don't talk. So I'm like, damn, we can't talk in here? Like, that shit is inhumane, my nigga. So you telling me I gotta be in my cell for 23 hours a day and I can't communicate with another human being? That's a bit much. So now I'm stressed. I'm like, damn, my nigga can't talk? Like, I thought you could talk at least in here. So now, bro, that out, like, listen, my nigga, an hour in the box is like 4 hours. Real talk, like, you know how fucking bored you be sitting in that box, nigga? You ain't got nothing but your thoughts. You and your thoughts, nothing else. You understand what I'm saying? So I just got in the box, my nigga. I'm stressed. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, my nigga. I cried myself to sleep that night, nigga. Once again. You feel me? I was in that box. I couldn't communicate with nobody. Niggas had my property. You understand what I'm saying? I was fucking bored to death. I can't talk. I ain't know. I mean, like, the stress and depression level was through the fucking roof. And this is why this shit is outlawed nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? My nigga, that shit had me stressed. I start crying like, damn, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, this shit right here is inhumane, nigga. Y'all got me in this small ass cell, ain't nothing in there but a toilet, a sink that's attached to the toilet, your bed, and a window that don't see shit. I'm staring out the window hoping and praying to see a human being or any type of civilization, nigga. You don't see shit but an empty field of grass. You feel what I'm saying? I think one time while I was in that box, I may have seen a car drive by. Like, if you look, you can see the highway and you see a car drive by. You should just be sitting in that window staring at that shit all day. You might see 1 or 2 cars because it was a highway that wasn't popular or populated like that. So it'd be a couple of cars that go by there. I'd be looking for them shits all day, every day. You feel what I'm saying? My nigga, nobody talking, nobody saying nothing. The whole box filled up. You would think that shit was like, you would think I was the only motherfucker in the whole box, my nigga. Because nobody's saying shit, because nobody trying to catch another 90 days. And niggas told me they will write you up and give you another 90 days. They on that shit like that. So everybody trying to get out that shit, so nobody want to fuck up. So nobody saying nothing. Now I mean, everybody in there suffering, nigga. At nighttime, you will hear niggas crying, my nigga. Grown ass men, you hear them niggas crying and whimpering, my nigga, because that shit is inhumane to be locked off from civilization like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm in there for a whole first 3 days without shit. You understand? Eventually, after 3 days, these niggas let me go get my property or whatever, right? So I go get my property. My property really don't got shit, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Old letters from my moms, you feel me? Letters from my family and shit like that. I just got all of them shits and read them shits over and over and over, my nigga, until I was sick of reading them shits, sick to my stomach of reading the same shit over and over. Nigga, I was so fucking bored. I was reading the back of the toothpaste label like that shit was a novel, nigga. I'm sitting there just reading that shit over and over, nigga. Hydrochloric acid compound D. I'm like, yo, all of this shit was interesting to me, nigga. I thought I was reading a fucking Stephen King novel. I'm like, this. Oh, nitroglycerin, peroxide, monoxide. I'm like, whatever, nigga. This shit is something to read. Real talk, nigga. That shit had me fucked up. So, boom. Also, I smoke. I don't got no cigarettes. Now, at this time, they let you smoke in the box, but you just gotta have cigarettes. So if you don't have cigarettes and you smoke, you get locked up without no cigarettes, you just fucked. You understand? So my lung was on the fucking gate, you heard? I was in Washington, my lung was back in Comstock on the gate. That's how bad I wanted a cigarette. And I'm gonna talk about that too. In the movie that I'm gonna do about my life,
after the scene where niggas robbed me and the next morning it was a motherfucking a riot in the dorm, the next scene in the C-74 is gonna be the whole corridors filled up with like 4 different houses with all of us with Newport sweaters on. Cause back in 1992, nigga, Newport, the cigarette company, was running motherfucking promotions in C-74 Rikers Island to sell cigarettes to adolescents. This is how most of us got a smoking habit, nigga. How y'all niggas was selling cartons of cigarettes to 16-year-old kids? That's crazy. They could never get away with no shit like that today. But back in 1992, niggas remember, niggas used to send truckloads of Newport sweaters, and they used to tell niggas, whoever wear the Newport sweaters, if you could get all 50 people in the house to wear a Newport sweater, we win a movie. And niggas would give us a free movie for the night, and that's a fact. So Newport was running promotions with 16-year-old adolescents so they could sell us cigarettes. You feel me? Yo, send them niggas a bunch of free Newport sweaters and they'll buy some cartons. And we was buying them motherfucking cartons, nigga. Half of the niggas in New York City who got lung cancer probably got that shit from C-74, and that's a fact. That's a class action lawsuit waiting to happen, nigga. Half of New York got their smoking habit in C-74, my nigga. So like I said, nigga, I was dying for a cigarette. I'm in this box, I'm dying for a cigarette, so check it. So I look under my mattress, like, it's a small clip of a cigarette, like a rollie. Like, I had to say to myself, whoever was in this cell, they suffered so much, they know, they wanted to do some good shit and leave a nigga a cigarette. Cause they search the cell after you leave, but if you stash it, a nigga might not see it. So he had it like stashed in the bed frame, a little small clip of a cigarette. So I found that shit, I said, oh my God. I said, look at God, nigga. I know I ain't just find me a whole clip of a rollie in this motherfucker. I ain't got no lighter though, my nigga. I'm stressed. I got this little fucking half a rollie. Son, you know that shit stale. Ooh, you know that shit'll have you twisted. You take 2 pulls of that shit. So I was thirsty. I'm dying to light this shit, but I don't got nothing to light it with. If I had matches or lighters in my property, they would let me have it, but I don't. So basically, I'm trying to find a way to light this shit, my nigga. Real talk, I ripped the sheets up. You don't supposed to do that. That's damaging state property. I ripped the sheets apart, and I tie one sheet to some shit, and I start rubbing the sheets together like this, like I'm trying to start a campfire. Word to mother, my nigga. And that shit started smoking a little bit. I almost got it lit. My shit like this with the half a rollie, trying to put that shit to the shit. I'm doing the shit mad fast, shit starts smoking. I put the rollie to the shit like this, trying to light that shit. Shit won't light, my nigga. Shit almost lighting. I'm damn near about to set the whole box cell on fire, nigga. If they would have caught me doing that shit, I'm in my fucking box cell trying to start a fire with sheets. Niggas would have wrote me up and gave me another 120 days. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm so thirsty to smoke, nigga. I'm doing that shit for like a half hour till my arms can't take no more. Shit starting to smoke a little bit. I'm like, shit ain't lighting, my nigga. I gave up. So I got the half a clip. So boom, every week a priest come around, right? So the priest came to my cell. The nigga knocked on my cell. He like, can I help you? I thought it was a mirage. I'm like, is that a human being? I jump up because the police just come and do a count every once in a while. They don't really give a fuck about if you in that shit dead or alive, my nigga. Niggas be screaming out, acting like they all type of shit is wrong with them so they could get out the box. So they be thinking everybody in the box just be running their mouth. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why that shit is dangerous. So boom. So the priest come by. I'm like, he like, is there anything I could do for you? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Contact a family member, do this, do that. I said, yo, can you give me a cigarette? I need a cigarette. He was like, and the nigga was smoking a cigarette. You hear me? This was at the time when you could smoke in jail. The nigga was smoking a cigarette, my nigga, with a pack of cigarettes in his pocket, talking about, is there anything I could do for you? Yeah, nigga, you could give me one of those motherfucking delicious cigarettes that you got. He like, yo, I can't give inmates cigarettes. He said, I could give you a light though. That's all I needed to hear, nigga. I ran and got that little half a top. Son, that nigga gave me a light on that shit. Remember, I had been in the box for like 4 or 5 days. That nigga gave me a light of that motherfucking shit. I lit that motherfucking half a stale rollie that probably been in that shit for a month. I hit that shit. Nigga, that shit gave me a head rush so crazy. It felt like I smoked 10 bags of motherfucking weed. I laid down on my bed, nigga. I was Gucci. Of course,
it makes no sense letting this shit go out, because who knows when I'm gonna get a light again. I just smoked that whole shit. Stale ass half a rollie, nigga. That shit was the best cigarette I ever smoked in my life, nigga. Real talk. So now I'm like, yeah, I smoked a cigarette. Fuck it. You feel me? That shit had me good for the next 5-6 hours. I was good. You feel me? Then, check this shit out. So the priest tells me, he said, yo, can I get you something to read? I said, hell yeah. The nigga had a book stand. Like he had a mobile book stand, the library that they bring in the box. So I'm like, hell yeah. So the nigga gives me a book, right? I'm like, yes, nigga, I got a fucking book. The best thing that could have ever happened to me in life, right? Bro, some Sidney Sheldon shit. I can't remember which Sidney Sheldon it was. One of them robbery shits where niggas motherfucking broke into the house and they fed the dog some shit to distract them while they broke into the house. Like, one of his good ones, you feel me? You know them Sidney Sheldon books, my nigga, them shits be like little mini movies. You feel me? So, nigga, I got that Sidney Sheldon book. Son, I damn near read that whole book in one night for facts. I'm like, damn, I gotta slow it down. Like, when your mind has nothing else to absorb, you'll be surprised how fast that shit absorbs and soaks up information. I'm reading this book, my nigga. I'm damn near knocking the whole book out in one day. I had to stop, like, yo, chill, nigga. Chill. You gonna be tight when this book is done and you ain't got nothing else to read. So I used to have to pace myself, like, yo, 5 or 6 chapters a day. You feel me? And I'll be blowing through those 5 or 6 chapters so fast, like, it's just impossible to spread the book out. So by the time the next book wagon came around, I had already been finished with the book 2 days ago. You feel me? 3 days ago. So if I wanted to read the whole shit in one night, I could have easily done it. But, I mean, I had to hold my head because I was in the box. I didn't want to start reading back of toothpaste containers again, right? So niggas know it's like, yo, the book joint come around on Monday at this time. So I don't got no book now. I done ran through the Sidney Sheldon book. Now I'm dying for another book. Thirsty. You feel what I'm saying? I'm dying to ask a nigga, yo, trade me this book and all of that, but you can't risk talking, right? So I don't got no book for days. I'm thirsty for the library to come back around on Monday so I could get a new book and I won't go crazy in this motherfucker, right? So boom. The bookmobile come at a certain time. I wakes up, because when I'm in the box, nigga, I'll be trying to sleep that whole shit off. Like, you feel me? They be waking niggas up for 6 o'clock in the morning for rec. I'm good, my nigga. I'm sleep. I'm not waking up and making this day longer. I'm trying to sleep as much of these hours away as I possibly can. So don't wake me up at 5 in the morning talking about, do I want to go to rec? Nah, nigga, I'm sleeping for another 4 or 5 hours. So now I wake up. So I'm like, yo, where the fuck is the bookmobile at? Like, when is the bookmobile coming? When the library coming around, right? So the police come through. So I'm like, yo, officer, it's Monday. Ain't the book shit supposed to come around today? He like, oh, yeah, it did come around. You missed it. It knocked on your cell. You probably was asleep. I'm like, no. Nah. Nigga, I'm stuck in the box for a whole nother week till next Monday for the next bookmobile to come around, my nigga. I'm fucking sick. You hear me? I am fucking sick. I'm like, no, man, no. Word to everything I love. Cried myself to sleep that night, nigga. There's a lot of crying being done in them motherfucking mountains. But it's like, real talk, my nigga. I was so tight that I missed the bookmobile, nigga. I had to cry. I'm like, no, I can't do a whole week in this cell with nothing to read, nigga. Are you crazy? I was looking forward to that next Sidney Sheldon or Stephen King book, something, nigga. Real talk, that shit had me stressed. I was tight, my nigga. I'm like, yo, this is the worst experience in history. I'm in that fucking box, stressing. I couldn't work out. I couldn't do none of that, nigga, because I wasn't motivated to do none of that. I was too stressed. All I did was lay in the box and write 1,000 letters a day. That's all a nigga could do. I felt sorry for my moms because I was bombing her ass with like 10 letters a fucking day in that box because the nigga don't be having nothing else to do but write. Real talk. Yo, my nigga, that shit was the worst experience ever, my nigga. Ever, nigga. I was in that fucking box, and then check this out. This is when they break you mentally, right? After about 2 weeks in the box, I started feeling like I don't want to get out the box.
Now I'm like, damn, so in another 2 weeks, I gotta go back to regular population and be around niggas and shit like that? Like, nigga, I'm starting to like my little privacy and shit like that. Like, this is institutionalism. This is what they do to you, nigga. It's something wrong. Now, let me break this shit down to you, my nigga. First of all, we gotta understand the natural psychology of human beings, right? Listen, we come out of a womb. We are born and we are formed inside of a womb. When we are in that womb, we are protected. It is the ultimate feeling of protection in the world, being inside your mother's womb, right? So by nature, when man is born, male, female, whatever, right? By nature, they have a longing need to go back where they came from. It is just nature. You feel like going back to where you are safe and protected. This is the natural psychology of human beings. You understand? That womb was such a perfect protection for you. It is always going to feel like home. So what they do with jail and cells and the box is they design these things to function or to communicate with your brain like they are a womb. You understand? You are closed in a small cell. You are protected. When that cell, anybody who ever did time, they know when that cell closes and locks, there's a level of protection, a warm level of protection and safety that comes over your body. You be like, I'm good. Nobody's coming in here. I can't come out. I'm in here safe. It's just me. You understand what I'm saying? It's a certain level of comfort that cell has when after you've been in there for a long time. You start being comfortable with that feeling. And what they're really doing is they're playing on the natural psychology of human beings and their need or lust to be back in the womb where they feel protected. Even when you have sex, what are you really doing? You are putting 3% of yourself back into the womb. The whole act of sex, it's a ritual of returning to the womb, going back inside the womb from which you came. You understand what I'm saying? So they play on that shit and they know the psychological effects a cell, the box. They know the type of effects it's gonna have on the mind. It makes you feel like that is a place of safety. And as a human being, this is why the recidivism rate is so high in the United States, because once you get a person used to that feeling of comfort, they will want to return, even if it's the penitentiary, subconsciously, maybe not consciously, but subconsciously. They want to return to that safety. You feel me? So after I was in the box for a couple of weeks, I started getting used to the box, and that's scary. I'm 17 years old. I started getting used to the box, and not only used to it, but comfortable with the box, and started even liking the box, my nigga, and started fearing having to be around 50 niggas in a dorm again. I'm like, nah, I want my privacy. And now I understood why niggas be in the max and they come to a medium and they do something to go back to the max, because it's too much freedom for them. When you in that max, you in a cell, you locked down, like you got a lot of solitude. When you take a dude like that and throw him in a dorm with 50 motherfuckers, half of them under the age of 25, it's too fast moving, it's too wild for them. Just like a dude who did a lot of time in the penitentiary, you throw them back in the streets, this shit moves too fast for them. You feel me? It makes them want to return to where it's a certain level of normalcy for them. And it's sad that most of the time that shit is the penitentiary for a lot of people. You feel me? So this is why people go back to jail. This is why dudes catch 3 and 4 beds, like they playing psychological games, bro. They playing mental games with us. It ain't just a physical thing. You understand what I'm saying? Those cells, that penitentiary, that box, those chains, those shackles. Why you think I got these shackles tattooed on my arms? So for those who are familiar with my tattoos, why you think I got them shackles tattooed on my arms? Because I know and understand that even though I'm not in jail anymore, these dudes did shit to my mind that will last forever. There will always be a psychological chain around my mind that I will constantly have to fight against and break. You feel me? Because sometimes that shit get locked up again and you start thinking crazy again. So this is what the penitentiary does to you, and this is what was going on with me in the box. So when they finally did come pack me up and take me back to Comstock, you feel me? I was tight, like, nigga, why you ain't just let me do my 30 days in the box and put me back in that jail? Now I'm back in Comstock. Now they got me on A8
on the flats, and now I'm keep locked because I technically supposed to still be in the box. You feel what I'm saying? So being that they took me out the box, now I gotta finish my box time as keep lock and Comstock before I can even get reclassified. So I will be there for a while again. Now I would see some of my old friends as well as some enemies, and I'll make a new enemy. So y'all stay locked in. To all my Genpop fam, I appreciate y'all. The donations, the love, the support, the comments. I love it. You understand what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all dudes, and none of this shit would be possible without y'all. Like, that's just facts, you feel me? If it wasn't for y'all dudes leaving all of those comments, every time y'all leave comments, y'all make YouTube push those videos to people's homepages more and more and more. So the more comments, the merrier. If you could comment 2-3 times on each post, do that. Because we need these comments to break records. You feel what I'm saying? We need these views to break records.
It's time to come in, you're supposed to close it. So now everybody left their doors open. You know what I mean? Nobody locking in. Which caused them to come with the squad, smoke everybody out, right? Pound everybody out. They come from the inside and the outside. Each cell, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, right?
You was in the first busload that came to upstate when that shit opened up?
Oh yeah. That shit was like in August, maybe July or something. 99, right? And it was a whole bunch of motherfuckers on the bus. You know what I'm saying? Coming from everywhere. And I'm fucking Blood Through Black or Macko was up there. It was just a few Beef Stick was there.
What Black or Macko? Our Macko?
Nah.
Oh. Beef Stick from Queensbridge?
Yeah. So the Beef Stick like, yo, son, how you feeling? I'm like, yo, I don't want to go to this shit, son. I want to refuse this shit. So now niggas on the buses like, you know, they, yeah, I ain't coming to this shit. I'm refusing this shit. You know, you hear niggas talk, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, I'm really refusing this shit. But
yo, really upstate is the box the whole jail?
The whole jail is the box. It's just like one building that's just cadre. So if you got 8 billion, 9 billion, 10 billion, 11 billion, right? 12, let's say 12 billion to be cadre, right? That'll be dudes in the mess hall on the regular, it's just the majority of the population is box. It's just one building that's probably population, and that wasn't even filled up because it's just brand new, right? Matter of fact, it wasn't even, sergeants was giving out the trays. There wasn't even enough officers there. Right?
Nigga said sergeants was giving out trays.
Sergeants was giving out trays. Sergeants was giving out the mail. There wasn't even enough officers to fill the capacity that needed to be done at that particular time. Right? So now, but this is before I get in there. So now, we on a bus. So, Stick, this nigga Beef Stick is I know, he's telling me, yo, we refusing that, fuck that, say we refusing it. So I'm like, well, alright, right? But in my mind, I'm really saying to myself, damn, this is just one situation that's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. My girl gonna leave me. I know she gonna leave me now, because I ain't gonna be able to explain this one. So, we get off the bus, right? So they like, yo, face the wall. So I'm not facing the wall. So I'm from the jump. I ain't saying nothing. I'm silent protesting. I'm in my militant stance, right? This ever stance, I don't want to be here. I should not be here. Give me Southport. Give me somewhere else, right? So they like, yo, you ain't hear what I said. So they like, all right, unshackle him from them together. from the legs, right? You know how they had the leg shackles on, so they take it off. So they tell me to face the wall. I don't face the wall. All right, so they slam me up, right? So I'm like, I'm in cuffs. I'm in cuffs. I'm in cuffs. So they scrape my whole face up against the concrete wall, slam me down, right? Drag me by the chains, right? Into the joint, count me out, right? And then throw me in the cage, chained up still, right? So now I'm crushed, right? I'm crushed, son, crushed. I'm talking about crushed, right? But I refuse to get in a fetal position. I'm just glad they didn't kick my teeth out. I'm just glad they didn't kick my nuts, you know what I mean? So I'm alright, but I'm not alright, right? So now, this nigga Beefsteak, now he's in the other pen. So now he don't even want to look over there at me, right? So I'm trying to hold it down, and I'm still cuffed up. So then they come in there.
Here you cuz.
Yeah, they try to. So then, what's happening is that I'm crushed. So they come in there. So they're like, "You alright now?" So I'm like, "Yeah." They like, "You need any medical attention?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't need no medical attention." So they like, "Alright." So they unchain me, right? Boom. They unchain me. They take the shit off, and then they like, "We're gonna sit here. We're gonna feed you. We're gonna get your property. We're gonna get you on out of here. You're gonna go express." So they ship me out, right? I go some building, I don't even know where I'm at. They throw me in a joint. The next morning they come to bring me a tier 3. I'm like, oh shit, I should have went to medical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So boom, I'm like, damn. So I'm like, alright. I read over it. I look at it. So they tried to flip and bounce it, say I attacked them. But his cameras all in the spot. So I beat the ticket, right? So when I beat the ticket, they send me to another billing. They send me the 9 billing, the 8 billing, one of them billings. Anyway, when I get over there, right? Now, they pulling some bullshit. They had the big trays. Now they decide they're going to switch the trays and get a little trays, 2 little trays. You remember the regular big size trays?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now
The child trays?
the child trays that like if you was on
And the cat, them brown shits.
them brown shits with the clear plastic on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you was in the medium and they come when you gonna keep lock pending
Yeah.
and they bring you the tray.
Yeah.
Alright. So but they switched up and they got a little shit like that now.
Some little shit?
Little shit, son. 2 little shits they start, you know, one is the cold tray, one is the hot tray. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they tried to slide the little boy in there. Now, at the same time, when they opened this up, they were selling candy bars like they sell in Southport, right? They were selling candy bars. They were selling good Neutrogena soap. They were selling everything that Southport had. They were selling it at the spot, right? Greeting cards you could send out to your people on all kind of occasions, right? It's a good commissary, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was equivalent to Southport. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
So now something happened. Everybody want to protest, but at this time it's a lot of the blood dudes coming down there, so they down there kind of thick. So now they just want to be radical. So now, but they got a good point on this one with these trays. You heard? I'm like, fuck that. I'ma die in here. So they do the protest. Alright, so we all don't lock out. Meaning, when they got the back gate open, when it's time to go for rec, you know, you open your back door.
Yeah.
And then, when it's time to come in, you're supposed to close it. So now everybody left their doors open. You know what I mean? Nobody locking in. So which caused them to come with the squad, smoke everybody out, right? Pound everybody out. They come from the inside and the outside. Each cell, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, right? So, go through that. That was it for me.
They lumped you?
Did they lump me? They gassed me, lumped me, shield me down. You know, they come with the shield. They just back you down with the shield. So you got to put your mattress up. It's truly warfare. But you have little, because they coming from the back too. You know what I mean? So they shielding you, banging you with the shield, right? After they gas you out. And it's like, it's really just inhumane, yo. It's like shit you never expect. You know what I mean? Then they throw you on the loaf after that.
Whole loaf?
The whole loaf, man. You get on the loaf, man. You know?
You was on that loaf before?
It's on that loaf, man. It's a concentrated carrots and all kind of vegetables in the bread, and it's just the loaf. So they say have enough proteins to hold you down. Just deal with that and go.
You was eating that shit?
It got to the point, man. I had to
get real. Nigga had to eat that loaf.
I had to eat that loaf.
How that shit taste though? Like, does it at least taste decent?
Yo, look, man. The thing is, you gotta sit there by the water fountain. You gotta sit there by the sink, and you gotta drink water. You gotta have some water going down with this thing.
That shit there is mad. Why it's mad thick?
No, man, you just like you break it and wet it, and you just eat it. People was doing. Some dudes was protesting it. It got to the point I couldn't protest no more. There was no more protest in me. You know? They broke me down to the last compound, but they ain't break me. So, right? I remember what George Jackson said. George Jackson came out the box. He came in the mess hall and everybody was protesting on the food strike. George Jackson came in, went on the line, got his food, sat down, started eating. And everybody looked at they just said, well, Comrade George, you know, we on strike, brother. You know, what's good? He said, well, how in the hell you gonna fight if you don't got no energy? I don't know what the hell y'all doing. Bust that good meal down, right?
Bust that good chicken a la king down, huh?
Bust it on down, right?
Turkey a la king, because you know the
nigga. Turkey a la king, yeah.
I used to be fucking that up. I don't give a fuck.
I love that shit. When they had that, I was happy with that white rice.
or the rice for the non-meat eaters, we get the soy with the cornbread.
Yeah.
But for the meat eaters, they get the chili and the beans with the rice.
That's
cornbread.
Disgusting.
Chili con corn. That was the name of that.
I used to fuck that chili that meal right there, chili con with rice and cornbread. Man, listen, man. I be dipping that cornbread.
And every Sunday I ate their chicken leg.
And they had a side of string beans with that, if my memory serves correctly.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. Nigga,
yo, you know what else?
Nigga ain't here talking about over jail food.
I'm gonna tell you what else was good in certain spots. Fucking macaroni and cheese with that beef, that goulash. Fucking goulash was serious. Macaroni and cheese with that meat. Goulash.
Son, that's when I stopped eating meat, son. That's what caused me to stop eating meat, son. The goulash. Alright, so after I get up off the loaf, and then I get on level. How the fuck do the levels go? When you first get there, you're on level 3, right? And then you work yourself up to level 1. Where'd I go? Anyway, you go upstairs when you get to level 2, right? And I think your aim is to get to level 1, right? So when I go upstairs, right? Boom. I go upstairs. I G out a spot, right? So now I come out. The next day, when it's time for rec, they crack the door, I go out. Now when I go out, directly across from me, it's like a little courtyard, right? And then like about facing me about 100 feet is another building. So them dudes is coming out an hour after us. Right. So now when they come out, this is when shit just started. I never seen no shit like this in my life, bro. It was Bloods, it was Crips, it was the Guards, it was Nietas, it was niggas that wasn't shit, it was bitch ass niggas, it was niggas that got kicked out the whip, it was turncoat niggas, some niggas that was hiding that snitched. So then they start bringing all the niggas from Southport, right? So now when the niggas Southport came through, some of them was already on, like, I guess level 1, or was it level 3?
I think 1 is the worst and 3 is the best.
All right, yeah, so they already on level 3, so boom, they start flooding it out. So boom, I'm seeing a lot of niggas coming. KC was there, right? Black King KC came through and he across.
What's KC from Farragut?
Nah, my son
No.
KC from Harlem.
Oh,
From Spanish Harlem,
He
right?
from the east side.
Right. So, motherfucking Wild Dave come over there. Corleone come over there. Don come right over there, right across from me, right? Now, and my son Quan is downstairs, right? So he's blood, right? So now when I come out, it's like so chaotic, bro. It's Trinidadios, it's Dominican powers. It was more Dominican powers than it was Trinidadios at the time, you heard? But they around, they existed, right? And it became like we was in a Tower of Babel, bro. So much, everybody's screaming, everybody's throwing lines.
What you
trying
mean?
to
You
get
talking
shit
about-
from point A to point B.
You talking
You
about
know.
and keep lock wreck? Like you talking about when niggas step out the back
we
of
on
themselves?
Keep Lock Wreck. Yeah, when you step out, we in Keep Lock Wreck. So everybody is trying to connect the dots. Niggas is throwing lines from point A to point B. Some niggas is clipping the lines and robbing the package. You know what I'm saying? Other niggas across is telling niggas, yo, the nigga trying to clip it. The nigga trying to clip it up, lift it up. There's niggas out there telling they code. There's other niggas just trying to be assholes, to overtalk niggas. It's just, you can't hear shit. All you hear is babble. Nobody can make out nothing that's being said, and the shit was just so, the shit was like hell, my nigga. You heard? It was like just straight hell. Like, all you hear is like, the shit was just like demon voices, because you're hearing nothing but just loud, continuous chaos, son. It was like chaos. It was pandemonium. It was just, everybody was feeling the need to just get their point across, but nobody was getting nothing across, right? So what happened was, I came out, because remember, we come out a little before, an hour before the other side. So boom, I'm like, yo. So now it was a brother that was next to me, right? And his name was Hitman, right? And he said, yo, you don't know who I am, but I know who you is. I know who your people is, right? And so he was telling me some shit, some disturbing shit, right? And then he showed and proved it. So that shit kind of put me in a way, you know what I'm saying? But he asked me for my assistance, you know what I'm saying? Trying to rectify a situation. So I was like, yo, I got you, bro, you know? Anyway, so from kicking it with him, you know what I'm saying? He even explained the whole situation and seeing how he understood, you know what I mean? But the moral of the thing was that when I was kicking it with him, it kind of put a kind of rage in me. You know what I'm saying? And the rage was coming from a lot of different things because motherfuckers is just irritating me right now with all this just screaming, right? Because even though we the only one out, motherfuckers are still fishing from downstairs and shit like that. So it's like, and nobody's being...
So as soon as niggas open, so would they just open everybody gate at one time in the back?
They go like this, pop, 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 pop.
That get a nigga hype right there.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it sounds, son. Everybody's shit. And then if you wasn't on point to catch the door when they popped it, you'll have niggas inside yelling, yo, open, 15 cell, my door ain't open. And they probably scream back on the loudspeaker, yo, you wasn't on your door, you dead. So he'll be kicking the door all day, right? It's just all kind of just, the shit was, to me, I kind of honestly looked at this shit like a scientific experiment, and it was like, yo, they put us in these situations, motherfuckers become savages, losing all knowledge of themselves. That's what it was like. So boom, I came up with something. I said, yo, nah, I can't be around this shit, son. This shit is driving me crazy, my nigga.
So hold on. So as soon as you step out into the joints, niggas just everybody start making noise?
Everybody start making noise because everybody start making moves. And if a nigga is in 3 cell and he got a fish down there to motherfucking 14 cell, he got to start getting his situation. He got limited time because they level 1, so they only getting a short period of time to hang out. You know what I'm saying? And if they take too long or not locking in because they ain't complete their mission, the camera's gonna be on them like, yo, why you ain't locking the door? And then they gonna get knocked, and then they gonna bring the heat around the bend, and then everybody's shit might get knocked. So if you be the cause of something getting knocked because you hot the spot, then you know niggas gonna just boycott you. And you don't want to get boycotted. And then some niggas, when they get boycotted, they result to clipping niggas' lines when they coming through. So now they gonna forever stay on level 1 because they don't want to come upstairs because they know niggas gonna handle them when they come upstairs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You with me so far? Because these are the dynamics. And the dynamics change depending on, sometimes nigga catch that nigga that's down there clipping the lines. You know what I'm saying? And niggas
So
are
what,
wild
niggas be
out,
clipping the lines and just stealing niggas what? Like what they would niggas be trying to send, like weed and shit like that?
Niggas be sending, remember, and in these times, this is the beginning. So candy bars, you know what I'm saying? Candy bars, and this is, want me to tell you what was the hottest commodity at this time? Buttman. Buttman just came out.
What's that?
Buttman the magazine.
Oh.
It was huge. It knocked everything else out the box. It was knocking black, what was the black tails,
Yeah.
black players. What was them joints, the name of the magazines,
Yeah,
man?
it was mostly just Blacktail that was dominating the whole market in the can.
When this shit came out, this shit changed the whole structure of pornography. You know what I'm saying? So these shits was hot commodities. These shits was like Jordans, my nigga. Soon as one come out, niggas had to have it. Niggas was doing, it was good swapping going on. So, you know, a lot of motherfuckers was making moves, getting shit done. Niggas had narcotics getting moved. Tobacco was just got eliminated because that's when they stopped it in '99. You know what I'm saying? From having it in sale. So motherfuckers was smuggling. And then if you had some, because at this time they stopped the cigarettes and then they was slowly phasing out selling the candy bars and all that too. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you had it, you was still able to hold it down. So everybody was stocking up. You know what I'm saying? They knew the end was coming. So things start getting chaotic, right? So boom. I said, I can't live like this, man. This shit is gonna do something to me, yo. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, right? I told the brothers downstairs, I forgot who was downstairs under me, which is not real good because everybody played a major part in this shit. And I don't even want to, like, not include or leave out anybody because everybody was pivotal. It was like, so I came out and I told KC, I told the nigga Corleone, and damn, it was some more brothers. I told Quan, and I told everybody, like, yo, look, right? Like, everything being real, this shit is like just pandemonium. Like, we just living like savages. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every day we come out, nobody can get their point across. And that shit is because nobody don't know each other, so nobody don't give a fuck. Everybody is who they is. And everybody's repping they flow on what they repping. All that's cool and dandy. But at the same time, if niggas is really, really about that life, then it should be some respect. You know what I'm saying? So niggas was like, word. So I said, yo, so I feel like niggas should come out. Niggas should be let it know who they is, what they rep, you know, where they from. Not just, I'm from the barrio, you know, LES, but I'm from the barrio LES, but, you know, my people from Nicaragua, you know what I'm saying? This is where it's rough, but it's always love. And, you know, so when I came here, I seen shit was like this, so that shit caused me to move like this. I got with my people, and, you know, I felt good. I came here, I learned a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking shit like was on some racist shit, but then I realized it's not. It's motherfuckers be planting certain shit. And a lot of shit I ain't know about before I boom. So everybody be breaking down their shit, who they is, and everybody be like, yo, boom. And then it'd be a forum when brothers are asking questions like, yo, so boom. Everything was just mad. So we'd go down the line and everybody let it be known who they is.
When niggas was locking out, the first cell was speaking first?
The first cells would be the ones downstairs, I believe. The level ones, if that's how it go.
And when you say you going down the line, so it's like niggas be in the cages and one nigga speak at a time and they go down the road?
One nigga speak at a time and nobody is talking. Everybody is on pause. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a matter of, you know, like it was a demand. It was a basic understanding, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Who is you? Why should I respect you? You know what I'm saying? So it give everybody an opportunity to let them know who they is, where they from, what they rep. You know what I'm saying? And how they got into this life and how they look at shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was so profound, bro, that it got to the point, bro, that nobody want to be disrespectful when somebody interrupt or they had to, yo, pardon me for a minute, excuse me, yo, bro, yo, I gotta just get this from over here. All right, boom, that's good, you good? All right, good looking out, peace. It was just pure, like, just the
order.
Opposite of what was going on, the opposite of what they wanted it to be about. You know what I'm saying? Or what they intended. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
so it became like a real, you know, process that was brought about and structured, and it was needed. You know what I mean? And brothers was really being respectful. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I can't speak on what happened after that because I don't even know what happened to me. But I think I made it out the box from up there. That's what happened. But it was a lot of brothers that could pay testament, and it was a lot of heavy hitters that was coming through. Motherfuckers was leaving Southport. Some motherfuckers saying they liked the spot better than Southport. Some motherfuckers said they want to go back to Southport. You know, so I was telling motherfuckers my story, like, yo, I tried that refuse shit, and I got my ass whooped out savagely. You know what I'm saying? And got a tier 3. And it wasn't even worth it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just took a stand that was just senseless and useless. You know what I mean? And if you take a stand, it should be standing on something, not just because. Word. So that shit was more so don't let niggas, you know what I'm saying, provoke you to do something that don't have no purpose just because. Shit should have a reason. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And I don't mean to laugh, man, but I just keep picturing how chaotic that shit was before it was some order up in there and everybody locked out.
I can't even, there's nothing I could tell you that could really demonstrate that what the fuck was going on, son.
How many
That shit
cells?
was like,
how many cells? Like, how many cells is it?
That'd be basically 45 people on one side talking to 45 people on another side. So that's what we talking about. That's basically 100 screaming lost souls, right? Just basically some motherfucker, and I told you, I gave you every aspect of some motherfuckers just being irritable. Some motherfuckers is gate monsters, they can't help themselves. Some motherfuckers is secretly doing subs at the gate monsters. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers is lining up what they gonna do for tomorrow, right? How they gonna come out and fish and who gonna help them, right? And it's just some motherfuckers is trying to build. Most motherfuckers is rhyming, right? And battling, but nobody could hear them, right? And it makes them feel like nobody care, right? And nobody don't, really, right? And then some other niggas is telling war stories, right? And then some other niggas that's from around the way is talking some around the way shit, right? Some niggas is beefing, right? Some niggas got drama from the town going back and forth. So shit was just
I'm laughing. That shit ain't even funny because that shit's fucking
Nah, son, that shit was something
like,
different, son. That shit still got psychological remnants running around in my fucking brain, bro. That shit right there was just like telling you, son. That shit was like a few flew over the cuckoo nest, my G.
Nigga said that shit was like the Tower of that shit was Babylon.
That shit was Babylonian, bro. Motherfuckers just was, there was so much language conversations, it sound like nothing. A bunch of jumbled up, mumbled up demons just speaking in tongues, bro. I swear to you. I swear to you, son. That shit made me have to do something, son. I don't know. God just touched me and came with a plan. Cause that shit right there was killing me on the inside, son. I couldn't do shit.
Oh, man. Yo, son. That shit got me crying. But like, yo, niggas talking in Spanish. Niggas talking in English, Spanish.
Son.
Niggas West Indian
shit going on. You know what I mean? All kind of gang language talks and shit going on.
Niggas singing.
You know what I mean?
Niggas say gang language.
What all kind of shit, son? All kind of shit. And it's like, it was just way too much psychological warfare going on. And then this is around the time when the 48 Laws of Power came out, right? So to have your arsenal, your library, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have certain ammo. Now, it's cool if you don't got the 5 rings. It's cool if you don't got, you know, heavy literature like The Wretch of the Earth, something like that. But you should have the Prince, and then you should have the laws, right? So now, motherfuckers are sitting going back and forth with the laws on the gate, and it's just like, this shit is just, who everybody's wanna be MacGyvers and more intricate in their next move when they get out, when they see they bandit. It's just way too much invested in this shit, son. Like, it was sad. It's just sickening. You know what I mean? But this the shit that was going on. Whoa.
So whatever happened to the nigga Beefstick?
Man, Beefstick fucked around and rode off into the sunset, and I ain't see that nigga no more until I seen him downtown. And fucking him and Lake was together downtown in the jewelry store. I told Lake on his ass too. I said, yo, you know this nigga got me fucked up, faked the jack on me. So he like, come on, say you gonna pull that? I said, man.
When I was in Auburn, Key Block, I think in D Block, you know, in transit and shit like that. But they shitted on us. They had me upstairs. They shitted on us and left. They said, yo, we gonna come get y'all the next day. Niggas had us there for motherfucking 12 days, you heard? And son,
that's disrespectful.
My nigga, niggas was so loud on that Key Block. Niggas was screaming all night long, 4 or 5 in the morning, my nigga. You know what that shit made? Yo, that shit almost drove me insane, my nigga. Like, I could not sleep. A nigga eventually learns to sleep through all of that noise, my nigga. That shit is sickening that you learn to eventually say, I don't give a fuck how much noise is around me, I'm going to sleep. You know what I mean? But that was my first time experiencing that type of loudness, my nigga. Niggas like 25, go to 36. Nigga, 25 can't go to 36, nigga. What the fuck is you? I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Nigga and motherfucking, nigga 4 tears up, trying to scream down to a nigga on the flats. Hey, yo, D. Nigga like, yo, come on, bro. That nigga can't hear you. Called that nigga like 8 times. He ain't answer yet. He sleep or something, my nigga. Real talk though, man. That noise is different though.
The sad part is that I really did them brothers who I can't remember injustice. So really, whoever remember this time or who was there, please add on. Cause I don't want to leave nobody out. That was some real monumental shit.
If anybody ever been sprayed with that orange pepper spray, son, that stuff made from cayenne, son, that was the worst. I thought I died, son. Yeah, so I was playing a little ball, and so dude threw up the ball like to throw me like a oop or whatever. I couldn't catch the oop, but I could catch the joint, and you know what I'm saying, and lay it. When I catch it in the air, I could catch it and then just lay it in. I couldn't catch it and flush it or nothing, but I could catch it and lay it in. I still had a little legs on me or whatever. So he threw it up. I caught the joint, and I like tried to lay it in. But when I came down on somebody's foot and broke my foot. You feel what I'm saying? So my foot was actually fractured, but I didn't know how bad it was. But when I came down on it, I heard it snap, and it was in so much pain, bro. I was in pain. So I'm knocking on the window to tell the police to come because I need to go to medical. So they come and get me, and I hop all over to medical. And when I get there, the doctor was like, yo, I got to pay $10 for him to see me. And I'm like, yo, pay $10 for you to see me, bro? He's like, yeah, because you're a federal inmate. I said, bro, I have an emergency. I need to be seen. This is an emergency. I gotta pay for an emergency, bro. This is not no regular, like, call out or nothing. Like, no regular, me putting for sick call where I gotta pay for it. No, bro. This is an emergency. I just broke my foot, I think, bro. Can you see me? He's like telling them I gotta sign the papers for this. I'm like, I'm not signing nothing. I told officer, man, take me back to the block. I'm in pain. I'm ready to smack the doctor's teeth out of his mouth. I'm like, yo, man, the officer took me. I said, yo, bro, take me back to the unit, bro. Take me to my unit, bro. So he's like, all right, man, come on. So he's like, I'm taking him back to the unit. So he going and he started walking me down a long hallway back to my unit. So as I'm walking, I'm hopping. He grabbed my arm. I'm like, yo, bro, don't grab my arm. I got this, bro. Don't touch me. He's like, yo, man, just come on. So he said, you don't got to talk to me like that. I said, you don't got to touch me, bro. Don't touch me. Don't grab my arm. I didn't ask you to help me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. So he's like, yo, just come on. He said, you keep it up, man. I'll tell you, you could go right there to the shoe. I said, I don't care about no shoe. What you think man, I don't care about no shoe, bro. Who you think you talking to, bro? So he's like, okay, so as we was walking by the block, because my block was D block, so we had to walk by S and E, and you got to go through S. They open up the gate to go through E block to go to the shoe. So he's like, yo, when we walk by there, he's like, yo, crack the gate, crack F gate. So he said, come on in. I said, you ain't saying nothing. So I hopped up in there. So he told him, crack the shoe gate. So the gate start opening. When the gate start opening, he grabbed me by my arm again to pull me in there. So when he grabbed me by my arm, I pieced him up. I gave him like a 5-6 piece. You feel what I'm saying, son?
The police?
Yeah, son. Come on, son. He grabbed my arm. As soon as he grabbed my arm, I told him, son, as soon as he grabbed my arm, I caught him. Bing, 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 bing. Son, I caught him all in the forehead, son, too. Right? Boom, right? So I rocked him. So I rocked them with a nice little, little light 6-piece, no fries, right? And then when I did that, they came out the thing, and I walked in right as the shoe gate was open. I just walked in there, and they locked me in there and pressed the alarm. He slid up out of there, so I'm locked in there by myself. All them dudes in the shoe cell. It's a table down there. I guess when they let dudes out the cell, they sit at like a kitchen table, like it's with the seats on them, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So I remember my leg is hurt. So dudes like, yo, they all wilding out because they seen what happened. Because remember the shoe gate was open, so dudes seen what was going on. So they're like, yo, yelling like, yo, the shoe gate, what's going on? So I'm up in the joint. I sit down at the table. So when I'm sitting at the table, they all rush in there now. The police come in with the captain and all of them, whoever they are. When they come in there, they got a big bottle of pepper spray. It looked like a what you call them things? A fire extinguisher. That's how big it is. Like a miniature fire extinguisher, son. I'm like, what the heck is that? They got that joint. He's like, get up, get against the wall. Get against the wall. I'm like, yo, listen, captain. I'm like, yo, listen, man, your officer put his hands on me. He said, you put your hands on my arm. I said, your officer put your hands on me, man. My foot is broke. He put his hands on me. I'm sitting there trying to talk to him, lads. I'm like, yo, he put his hands on me. Bro, da-da-da. He had no business. I'm talking. And I was like, yo, yeah, captain, you going to spray me. You just do what you got to do, but I'm letting you. As I was talking, he sprayed me. Son. What you call that stuff? Mace or nothing like that, son. It wasn't mace, yo. Or nothing like this. Was pepper spray. This was that orange pepper spray, son. If anybody ever been sprayed with that orange pepper spray, son, that stuff made from cayenne, son, that was the worst. I thought I died, son.
Yo, my nigga 16 to life. That's
son.
Another YouTuber on here. He got an episode where he said he got sprayed with that shit. He said that shit was like hell on earth, nigga.
Son, they sprayed me with that joint, son. I didn't know what the hell. I was blind. I couldn't breathe. They took me. They dragged me to R&D, to the reception area. Like when you first come in, like, when you first come in from court or whatever, took me over there. They had a shower over there. They threw me up in the shower to try to help me. I couldn't breathe in the water. They got the stuff on me. My whole body burning up. I'm blind. I can't breathe. I think I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the heck going on. Next thing you know, they got me up in the shoe. I'm up in the cell. They got me butt naked with a doggone carton, with a whole crate full of carton milk. and told me, they locked me in a cell and told me to take the milk and pour it on my body. It's supposed to cool me down, cool the stuff down, everything. My balls, my behind, everything is burning. My underarms, my ears, everything is burning, son. Because they put me in the shower, so all the stuff did was run down my body. And then my whole, listen, son. Son, they got me, son. So now I'm in the shoe. I'm what's the name? So the dude, like 2 days later, they wrote me the shot for all of the stuff, for the assault, police, and all of that, whatever. He come to the cell, he hollered at me. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna press charges against you. He showed me the little knots on his forehead and all of that. He's like, yo, man, he said he would have looked at my thing, because I was already sentenced then. I had my little 30 piece or whatever. And he was like, he came and, you know, he told me, you know, we was talking and stuff, and he's like, yo, you know, we both, you know, kind of like apologized for the aggression or whatever. But, you know, he took in his stride. They smashed me with some time to go to the shoot. But he could have pressed charges on me, because they asked him if he wanted to press charges on me. He could have gave me, you know what I'm saying, a case. He could have cased me up. But he was like, nah, he showed me the knots and everything. He took off his little baseball cap and showed me the knots and everything I put on his forehead. He was cool about it. I mean, but, you know, I pieced them up or whatever, and they wound up sending me to that shoe I told you about, where they take everything from you. So I'm going from that shoe with the phone in it, and they sent me to that shoe, and that shoe was torture. I used to be in there, bro, kicking the doors, man, begging the police to give us jelly packs, because we was in there starving. They starve you in that joint. Kicking the door like, yo, please bring us some jelly packs, something, man, I'm hungry. Can I get the jelly pack?
That shit
yeah,
that shit
man.
Fucked up, man. How they be doing niggas in them boxes, man. Real
Son,
talk.
I was so starving in this, and I started hallucinating, son. I had a dream that I was Spider-Man, son. Real talk. No joke, son. I got up, son. I woke up, son. I tried to sling a web on the wall, man. I ain't lying, bro, man. I was so, it's like when you on the desert, son, and you so hungry, son. They starved you in there, son, for real, son. I was sleeping, I was in there, and I'm dreaming. I'm thinking, and I'm like, yo, I'm Spider-Man. And I know something that happened, and I had caught the villain, and I had webbed him up and hung him from the store, right? And I went in the store, and I was trying to buy something from the store, and all the people was clapping. It was like, yo, it's Spider-Man. He just caught the, you know, the villain. They was like, go to the front of the line. So everybody was letting me go to the front of the line in the store. And next thing you know, I woke up and I felt like I was still Spider-Man. I was like drowsy, and I looked at the wall, and I looked at the hand, and I went and like put my fingers like you try to string a web, but ain't nothing come out. And I was like, yo, I'm tripping. I'm like, yo, I gotta get something to eat. Yeah, man. But that was my story, son, about, you know, little excursions I had in that little prison, man.
Right.
I had that.
So let me ask you though, how long did it take before that pepper spray finally wore off? Did the milk shit work?
Son, I guess everything was time. I don't know if the milk stuff worked. It probably did, because I used the whole cart, the whole crate. You know, the crate be having like, what, 24 milks in it? You know what I'm saying? 36 milks in it. I used that whole thing, was busting them things open, son, just pouring them things on me, trying to cool me down, son. And after a while, you know, it wore off or whatever, you know. But through that night, that joint was still burning. It was, you know, constantly wearing off. Like, instead of cleaning it off with water, you gotta clean yourself off with milk, I guess. Yeah, that's what it was, son. And yeah, man. More so was something different, bro. But like I said, I kind of like dominated that spot, because it was a little county jail. So when I be getting locked up in them other states and we going to them county jails, son, I ain't gonna lie, I be rapping. I be like, ain't no way. Because if you rep on the island, son, it's like if you rep on the island, son, imagine the borough jail holding you. Like Brooklyn, now Brooklyn House is kind of rough, Bronx House kind of rough, but still, if you rep on the island, son, Brooklyn House, Tombs, Navy Yard, you know, all of that West, all of them other people, Bronx House, all of them Queens House, all of them borough jails is play to you. You feel me?
Sure,
if you that was thriving in spots like the Beacon and thriving in HDM and C95, and you thrived in them real rough spots, it's like people tell you, like, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Like, you can make it in the streets in New York, they feel you can make it anywhere. So it's like, you can make it in New York City prisons and thrive, and the reason why got to be able to thrive because there's so much different people. You got to remember, New York is so overpopulated. The way prisons in New York populated, son, it ain't like that in other places, son. You feel me? Because especially places like California, like big states, you feel me? Like California, Texas, Chicago.
So them other little cities and shit, it might be 5 real niggas in the whole jail. That's really
son. So you go to a little county jail, son. The whole jail got 500 people, or the whole jail got 200 people. You feel what I'm saying? You go into your unit, you got 30 people in your unit, 60 people in your unit, and you used to be in a unit with 300 people, 250 people. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, you're in a small unit, and whatever. But prison is prison. Feel me? And you gotta, wherever you go, if you're a real dude, son, wherever you go, man, dude's gonna recognize that, son. You're a real stand-up man, son. You gonna live anywhere, son. You know that. You know that. You're gonna live anywhere because you ain't gonna have it. You ain't gonna have it. You're gonna be like, yo, whatever I'm standing on, I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna die on it, and it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And you're gonna like, yo, first dude get out of line, I'm gonna pop his head off, I'm gonna hit him with something, I'm gonna take a tray, I'm gonna split his head in the middle, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna bust him in the head with it, I'm gonna make this here, I'm gonna sharpen it, I'm gonna stab him in his eye, I'm gonna do something, and every time, and I'm gonna go to the shoe, and then every time I get out the shoe, every time a dude violate, say the smallest thing, I'm gonna pop his head off, and then reputation gonna build, and then you ain't gonna have no more problems, because dude's gonna be like, oh, son be wildin'. Don't mess with him, and dude's gonna respect you. That's how you build your reputation, and dude's gonna leave you that mess alone, and you're gonna be able to do your bit in peace. And that's basically how it be. Unless you just want to be on some troublemaking stuff, or you want to use your, your power for evil or whatever. Some people use their power for good, because with great power comes great responsibility. And some people got reputations and they use it to like stop fights or to stop beefs or stop one dude from stabbing another. They use their influence or whatever. So they use their powers for good. Some use it for evil. It's like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm tough and I'm more dominant and I push my knife, so I'm gonna rob dudes, I'm gonna extort dudes, and I'm gonna take dudes' weed, and I'm gonna do this and do that. So it depends on, the character you are, good versus evil. You know how it go.
But
life, bro.
Yeah, so.
LAZ, Genpop gang in the building. You already know what day it is. You feel what I'm saying? Slim Blunt gang in the building. Know what I mean? Comment gang. Tear this up. You already know. Know what I mean? Brownsville, Dykeman, 200 block. We in here, man. Let's stop playing with these dudes. Oh, yeah, man. Make sure y'all go to genpop.store. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For all that Genpop. All them fly Genpop hoodies and jackets and all of that. Go check those out. Genpop.store.
Yeah, a friend of mine named Tito gave me the name Adolescent when we was at C73. We had a little ride in 2 Main. All of us over there. Me, Ty, my son Ty, Pepper Baby's father was there at the time too. Other little Ty from Brooklyn. And we had a little war. And I was running around cutting with razors, in the Delta. We used to be using bangers. So it's like, hold on, man, you run around here cutting like adolescent after, everything was all said and done. So you run around like a little adolescent. And that stuck. That became my name ever since. Adolescent. I'm just being stuck with me. So to this day, I still got that same name, Adol for short. It kind of stuck with me. And then it kind of was a good name that fit me. Wound up being because the way that I am and the way I used to be, like, I ain't gonna hold you. It used to be times like when me and my son CV from the fort, when we was in Riverview, we used to be in the yard sometimes, and it used to be everybody, in their little circle, cyphers, whatever you want to call them, out in the yard, good sunny day, And me and him be outside, and our cyphers starting trouble with people on some real we was bored, we take softballs and throw them shits in the air. And wherever it hit, whoever it come down on that, it hit you, it came down and hit you, which they like it. So what? What's the problem? All right, keep it going. Continue your stories and all that. Yeah, boom. And shit like that we used to do. Like, I used to just be on some real bullshit. Dorms, hot feet, all type of shit I used to be on. Like, set niggas' feet on fire, nigga go to sleep early, put motherfucking jalapeno juice in the nigga mouth, make a nigga mouth burn, split open, all that type of shit with the jalapeno juice. We used to take the CO's book, throw that shit in the laundry, wash it. If you get on our nerve, we used to do wild shit. Mediums. I've been in shit. All Maxes, Cat Saggy, all that shit. That's where I started off at. I've been in a couple of mediums. But shit, I've been in the shoe-man shoes. All that shit. Shit, one time in the shoe, me and the nigga got into it. I wound up biting this nigga ear off. You know what I'm saying? We was in the fight and shit. I had the nigga in the headlock and shit. I just spit this nigga ear off, spit that shit out. Told him, come get this nigga. Nigga was on the gate screaming, crying, trying to get out.
Hold on. What was y'all niggas beat? You said this was the box?
Yeah.
What was y'all niggas? Y'all, you talking about this is a nigga that was in your cell?
Yeah, because you know, shoe boxes is 2 man. Some of them shits is 2-man cells. You double bunk in the box. This was Fishkill S Block in like 2000 some shit. And the nigga kept doing some dumb shit when I kept telling the nigga like, yo, bro, if I'm at the window already, stop rushing to the fucking window like you gonna grab the trade if I'm already at the window. Like, what's this is that me? When you come keep doing that, I'm gonna keep it tall with you. When you in the box, you might have some bitches that work the box. You know, you want to see everybody. When you in them shoot 200s, that window is the window of opportunity because you get to look out that window and you can see whoever walking down.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, you know, you sit in that box and you don't see nobody but the nigga that's in the cell with you. Again, unless somebody pull up to that window. So when people be going by, you know, it's like, hold on, let me see what this is. The nurses and them, you know what I mean? And this nigga be like, I'm at the window trying to holler at a bitch and do something to talk or whatever. Here this nigga want to come like, my nigga, back the fuck up, like sit down or something. Like, what's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, what's like, you acting like, come on. And I'll be at the window and it's like, I grab the trays, you put them away. You feel me? When they come, I grab everything, you know, I eat all of my food. When it's time to give them back, you give them back. This nigga jumped out of the bed to do some shit and then he did something. And like, I went to snuff the nigga, but I caught myself like, see? And no, that's what it was. The nigga bit me. So I was like, oh, so I started whooping his ass. Oh, you want to bite? And I bit that nigga ear off. Like, you want to bite? That was the most nasty shit I think I ever did. Taste another man's blood like that too.
How much of the nigga ear got bit off though? Like,
nah, his whole shit came off.
Damn. And what them niggas? What they did? How many?
They tried to give me a new one for that. They tried to give me a new charge for that.
They gave you mad more. You got mad more box days for that shit?
Hell yeah, they gave me like 3 more months. I think I did the whole year in the box that time because of that shit by lineup. I think I spent the whole 2000. Yeah, I spent the whole 2000 and the summer 2001. I think I came out about March. So I did about a year and change in the box at that time.
Was they able to put the nigga ear back on?
I don't know. I never got a chance to see that nigga again.
That's crazy.
I never got a chance.
They got you out the jail? They got you out the jail or they put you in a different box?
They got that nigga out of the jail. They kept me there. They kept my black ass right there in that box. They just sent me down to level 1. Sent me down to level 1.
And that was South. What jail was that?
Nah, that was Fishkill S Block. Fishkill 200.
That's crazy, my nigga. I never heard no shit like that. That's next level.
Southport, you ain't getting close to nobody in Southport to do that. Southport is about shit slinging and all that. That's what Southport about. That's where shit slingers go.
And they don't got no 2-man cells in Southport?
Nah, hell no. Hell no. Niggas would been dead in Southport long time ago.
How niggas was feeling about that? Like, do niggas feel that? Niggas like that? Like, alright, fuck it. I'd rather be in the 2-man cell than in that shit by myself.
I ain't gonna hold you. I used to be in the box a lot back in the days. So it was to a point where when I heard about they was doing it, I used to be like, shit, let them bring it. I need a bunkie in this motherfucker. If I can play cards with a chest with all day, you know, I'm knocked in the motherfucking box. Word. So to me, it was like, alright, do this shit. When they did it, was alright. But, you know what I'm saying, it has its up and downs. You gotta, you know, you and the person just gotta start, you know, vibing or whatever and get compatible. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, if it's a nigga you don't like or some shit, y'all gonna shake it out. Somebody gotta go. They gonna let them, somebody getting packed up. Somebody will be on the gate telling him I can't stay here, or be crying on the gate because he's getting his ass whooped.
How long, when you was getting it on with son in that cell, how long they took to respond?
If it wasn't for him to say he ain't want no more, and my man's on the other side to hear, and they kicked the gate for him, shit. I feel sorry for niggas, man. One of my little mans got beat, and you can't, I mean, like, he getting his ass whooped in the cell, and there's nothing I can do. I can't even bang on the gate and call for police, because that's like snitching. So, he over there getting his ass whooped out by a big nigga, too. Broke his legs and all that, slammed off the top bunk, all type of shit. Broke my son up bad. And they was in there shaking for like a good half an hour. He was beating my son ass.
Damn.
That's one thing about the shoot 200s. Police, if they don't make their rounds and go around and look, they not gonna see nothing because they don't hear nothing because everybody know you got niggas on the gate. Some niggas calling chest numbers out. Some niggas talking to their next man from one gate to the next. You know what I'm saying? It's all different type of shit going on. So police don't walk by, they won't even know niggas is in there shaking.
That's great. You said when you was getting it on with son, niggas was kicking the gate to try to save him?
Well, once he said, yo, I want to leave, he got on the gate and started kicking the gate. Alright, that's it. So that means, now I separate. You want to leave? Yeah, I believe. Alright, get on the gate. If you act like you not leaving, I'm going to get back to this whooping your ass. So when he got on the gate and started kicking the gate, my man's like, yo, what happened? I said, nah, that nigga trying to leave. Oh, so they're like, alright, so they helping him out. They kicked the gate. Once they came, crack the rec pen. Yo, crack 21 rec pen. I go out in the rec pen. They change, they'll turn around, cuff him, take him out. That's it. Then they come back and, yo, let me get his stuff and all that. Boom. I mean, you get a ticket the next day. That's it. Tell them you how to fight. There ain't nothing else to be said.
Yeah, bro.
They come back and ask you what happened. You like, no.
Story on how you can't be listening to everybody's advice in jail. Know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta think like a free man and not like a prisoner. You understand what I'm saying? So one time I was in a dorm, like I said, I'm one of the youngest dudes in the dorm, the youngest dude in the jail at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So in my house, there's this old ass man. He an old dude, like 60-something years old, Spanish dude. You feel what I'm saying? We cool in the dorm, I speak to him, what's up, Poppy, whatever. You know what I mean? He don't be looking for no trouble, no problems, nothing, because he's an old ass man. You feel me? But he is suffering from dementia and, some type of mental ailment. You feel what I'm saying? So one day I get up 4 in the morning to go to the bathroom. I wake up, I had to piss. I'm like, let me go to the bathroom. I'm half asleep, literally. It's like 4 in the morning, maybe 5. You understand what I'm saying? I'm walking, I'm like this, walking to the bathroom. I look up, it's pitch dark, all the lights is out. You understand what I'm saying? Bathroom lights out, everything. I wake up, I see this old man standing there with his face mad red, and he like, ah. The dude just swings and snuffs me. Bing, like I said. It's 5 in the morning, I just woke up. I'm like, what the fuck? I look up, it's this nigga like, looking like a crazy person. So the police was right there when the shit happened. The police like this, hey. He jumps up, he grabs the dude. So he was like, yo, he assaulted you? I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just woke up. You understand what I'm saying? So they snatched the nigga up, whatever, they snatched the nigga up and packed the nigga up. Because once you have a fight with somebody in the dorm, they get you out of there. So they packed the nigga up and sent the nigga out of there that night. So early in the morning, niggas like, yo, son, what happened with that shit last night? I was like, yo, I was going to the fucking bathroom 5 in the morning. You know what I mean? I opened my eyes, this nigga snuffed me, you know what I mean? Police was right there. Niggas like, yo, son, you should have jumped on that nigga and whooped that nigga ass. You feel what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, I'm 17 years old. I'm like, that nigga's 60-something years old, my nigga, with full gray hair. You understand what I'm saying? He's an old-ass man. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I can't even see myself jumping on that nigga and whooping that nigga ass. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas like, nah, son, you should have fucked that nigga up, son. You should have fucked that nigga up. So the nigga get packed up. Go to the next dorm. So now, niggas in the dorm like, son, we not letting that rock, son. We not letting that rock, son. That nigga stole off from me, son. He gotta get dealt with. Fuck that. So now my niggas is looking for the nigga and trying to find out what dorm he in and shit like that. So now, it's a situation. So now every time we go to the mess hall and shit, we trying to bump into this nigga to do something to him. Like, this is how
Jail will fuck your head up. This nigga a senior citizen. We looking for this nigga on the compound now. You understand what I'm saying? Because now I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I'm like, damn, nigga snuffed me. I ain't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga a fucking senior citizen. So we looking for this nigga. We finds the nigga. So Nieta niggas, they already knew what time it was that niggas was looking for the nigga. So they was with the nigga on the walkway going to jail. So we run up on the nigga, yo, what's up, nigga? What up? You stealing off on niggas and all that? So literally the old man don't know what the fuck is even going on. He don't even remember that shit. The nigga suffering from dementia. You understand what I'm saying? They shouldn't even have this nigga in population. Regular nigga, he should be in a hospital somewhere. So one of my mans, he runs up on the side, he about to steal off on the nigga. So the other nigga like, yo, we not gonna let y'all niggas beat up this old man. So my man like, yo, that nigga stole off on my man. So they like, yo, he's an old man. He's off his medication. They not giving him correct medication. We wasn't really trying to hear none of that at the time because, you know, jail. So them niggas like, yo, we ain't gonna let that happen. So they forming all up around the nigga. So now we like, oh, it's gonna be on with these niggas now. You feel what I'm saying? And at the time, it really wasn't no wins with them niggas. Them niggas was super deep. You feel what I'm saying? So niggas was like, yo, it's gonna be on with these niggas. So now it's on. Now I'm in the dorm. You understand what I'm saying? We trying to figure out how we gonna get to niggas and shit like that. The nigga goes to another dorm. They pack the old nigga up. He goes to another dorm. And he does the same shit to somebody else in the middle of the night. Bong, steals off on a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? The police try to come in. He pops off on the police. The old nigga. They send him to the box. They used to call that shit 16th Street in Franklin. You know what I mean? You don't want to go to that box because they be beating the shit out of niggas and killing niggas in that box. And that's a fact. They send the old nigga to the box. They throw him in the box. The nigga pops off and does that same shit to the police in the box. And they jump him and kill him. And he dies in the box. That was the official story. They say he broke his neck fighting the police. But really, they probably broke his fucking neck because he probably punched one of them in the face. And them niggas just went in. You understand what I'm saying? And beat that nigga up real bad. And he's an old ass man. He couldn't take it and he died in the box. And then niggas was in the jail acting like they was ready to riot over him. You understand what I'm saying? And all of this shit. And I look back at that now and I'll be like, what if we did something to that old ass man? That nigga was off his meds. He wasn't being housed correctly. You understand what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been in population amongst regular motherfuckers like that when he was sick like that. And jail had us ready to jump the nigga and pop off on the nigga and shit like that. And he still ended up losing his life in the penitentiary. Real talk. So you can't listen to everybody's advice and you can't, sometimes you gotta think like a free motherfucker. I'm seeing a lot of new and innovative fire channels on the rise, you heard? Make sure you check out Hip Hop Explained so you can learn that slang that you never knew about, you heard? This like slang school for those of you out there that may need it. Check it out, Hip Hop Explained. Genpop gang, make sure y'all subscribe. Let's help this bro get to 1,000 subscribers. We all trying to win out here. You already know Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man running around the hood like He-Man.
With all of this mouth and all that, you heard?
Oh man, how he caught him with what? Like with a cup or with a squirt bottle?
Caught him with the milk carton, you heard?
You said you was in Southport with one of the most notorious slingers in the game?
In the game, B. I hated that nigga, B. The whole Southport wanted that, you heard? Named Deadeye, you heard? From the Bronx. Couldn't stand that, B. You heard? Yo, but some weird happened with, right? It's funny because the first time I landed in Southport, I did box town before, but this was I caught like 10 months in the box. So they was building them double bunk boxes, but I couldn't go to them. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because of my CMC or whatever. But I was happy anyway, because every time that I got locked up, I either did my SHU or I did my Southport. You heard? I've been to Southport twice. But this time, the first time I went to Southport, I would go to A Block. Now, as soon as I hit the company, it's Star Money Murder on the company and Bush from LG, you heard? Official Brooklyn Gangster, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And It's funny because I didn't know Bush, but I knew Star because Star just left me in Clinton. You heard? You know what I'm saying? He blew it up. He blew 2 niggas over there. So soon as I came on the company, I hear a nigga going, blah that. This when I was down more at the time. You heard? So boom, nigga going, blah that. I know that my son L famous. So I'm like, oh shit, that's my bro Star. You heard? From LG, official nigga. You heard? So anyway, so boom, I lock in and whatever. Boom. So just so happened that Star's the porter too. You know what I'm saying? Southport, they let an inmate be the porter. You know what I'm saying? So like for feed up and like for supplies and stuff, the porter be out. You heard? That's the only time they let a porter out. You heard?
Yeah.
Ain't no other time after that back in the cell. You heard? Make a long story short, I'll get there. So start giving me the ropes, cause you know this is my first time in Southport. You heard? And get caught up in that shit easy, because that box ain't nothing like that box, man. That shit is a whole bunch of lunatics in there. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
What they sent you to Southport for?
Oh, well, I was in Clinton. I was on that blood shit, boom. But it was crazy because I was in Clinton, Maine, Dannemora. I was in there for 18 months. I done shot, stabbed niggas, got away with shit, and then I finally get caught. They give me 10 months for some shit that I ain't even do. You heard? Keeping it real. How that shit go, how I got there was, I'm gonna go back a little. I'm up in Clinton. I go to the board like in 2 months on a 4 to 8. So you know I'm extra easy, you heard? I've been in there. I go to board in 2 months, exactly 2 months in December. So this is like October, like the end of September going into October. All of a sudden some nigga gets shot in the yard. So boom, they come out, they grab 2 or 3 niggas. Cause I thought that, you know, the way it happened in the middle of the yard, so that the whole jail scene what happened. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, I know the nigga who shot the nigga and everything, but I ain't had nothing to do with it, and I was nowhere near that shit. But so boom, like an hour and a half later, after they grabbed 3 niggas, like an hour and a half later, they came and grabbed me and the homie City. You heard? Me and this homie named City from the Bronx. You heard? Dude named City. He had just landed there. You know how like a nigga from around the way just come to the spot, so you and a nigga catching up on shit, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So it was me and him was pulled up on the flats, kicking it, talking about the world and all that. And next thing you know, a nigga got shot in front of us, but he got shot from a distance in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Boom. But my homie came and told me late, he's like, yo, such and such gonna shoot a nigga. So right after he said that, the nigga shot a nigga. So if he would have came and told me, I would have went up on my courts, because you know Clinton got courts, you heard? We had courts, like cooking courts and all that. So I would have went up on my court and watched the shit from my court, but it was too late. You know what I'm saying? Nigga already told me, yo, such and such gonna shoot the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and it was an old timer. You know what I'm saying? That the nigga that shot a nigga had like 19 years in, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So he shot a nigga or whatever. Like I told you, they grabbed 3 niggas right after it happened. Right after the nigga that shot a nigga got away, but 3 up the nigga that he passed the bone crusher to spent the yard. The police was on that. They came out, grabbed him and 2 other niggas. The nigga that got hit and somebody else that ain't had nothing to do with it. But you know how that go. So now, like an hour and a half later, they come out. Me and City go get on the phones. Them niggas come and just jump on me. Yo, they ain't jump on me or nothing. They just like grab me, like, yo, step out, let's go out. I'm thinking like, damn, man, what the fuck is this? So I've been on a 3-day investigation plenty of times, so I already know what it was. I'm thinking like, oh, all right, the worst, 3-day investigation. Boom. Make a long story short, I do the 3-day investigation. I do, you know, every day is something different. You know, first day you locked up, second day urinalysis, third day is the investigation. But if you good, they let you off. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been on a lot of them shits, especially in Clinton. I've been on a lot of 3-day investigation because I was fuck with that blood shit heavy. You know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, everybody, they got 5 of us locked up. You heard? On the 3rd day, everybody get off. Everybody get cracked except for mine. You heard? 2 of the people. 3 of us was locked up on the same company. The other 2 was locked up on some other company. But I had got the word that they got off. Everybody, the niggas on my company got off. My gate ain't cracked. So I'm like, I'm bugging. I'm like, yo, I call up to the CO, nigga, yo, y'all bugging, man. Why my gate ain't cracking? He like, you locked up. So I'm like, locked up? Y'all niggas bugging. You know how you gonna get a ticket to the next day or whatever, you heard? Mm-hmm. I ain't even phantom a ticket like that. I'm just thinking that they made a mistake, you heard? It wasn't no mistake. The next day, they came and said, pack up, we're going to D block. I'm like, long term. I'm like, oh shit. So I get the ticket. The ticket said, you have been identified as the perpetrator by a confidential informant that stabbed such and such in the yard yesterday. You heard? I couldn't believe it. You heard? They didn't have nobody for it. Remember I told you they locked up 5 niggas. They ain't see actually who did it. You heard? The nigga that like I said, the nigga that hit the nigga had 19 years and he was experienced. So that nigga hit a nigga, passed the burner off, and the nigga that threw the burner, he got caught, and they came out, they grabbed him, they grabbed the nigga that got stabbed, and then they grabbed another nigga. So you thinking it's an open and closed case, you heard? Unless them niggas in there start telling. But then they came out like an hour and a half and grabbed me and City. Me and City is Don Moore. We ain't got nothing to do with what just happened on that shit. We was on the side kicking it, you know what I'm saying? But what happened was I had the hood at the time, you heard? Even though I was being easy, I had the hood because I've been there the longest. You know what I'm saying? I got, like I told you, I got away with a lot of shit there. But see, that's how that jail shit work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get away with shit, but the administration will know about shit, and they'll get you for something else, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened with me. Like, basically, I didn't want to hear it and I didn't want to see it at the time, but that's what it was, man. Because I was going to board in 2 months on a 4 to 8, and I couldn't believe it. You heard? Like I said, non-violent. Even though I was getting in trouble up there, I still, you know how you feel. You still feel you got a shot. You heard? I don't give a fuck. You could just come out the box and go to that board. You still think it's a little hope there. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So I was out. So you couldn't tell me that I was gonna try to make that board. You know what I'm saying? I'm non-violent because I was up there for non-violent. I had a non-violent beat, girl. I had a 4 to 8. I did 7 off of that. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But make a long story short, so now they locked me up. They sent me to D block. I get the ticket. You can't tell me I'm Johnny Cochran up on that shit, B. You heard? You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna beat that ticket. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that shit. I was nowhere around that shit. Everybody in the jail know who stabbed the nigga. Couldn't tell me I wouldn't beat that shit. I went in there. Them niggas gave me 10 months in the box. You heard? SHU. You heard? Shattered my dreams. You heard? So when I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I realized they knew I ain't do that shit. I had that blood shit tagged on me. You heard? So you know that fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? But and they love to do shit like that right before you're bored and all that. You heard? Like they had my shit. They had my shit planned and I ain't even know it. You heard? Like I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the board and all that. Them niggas like, nah, this nigga think he think he gonna go to the board and skate up out of this shit. Nah, we gonna jam his ass up, and that's how they do it in the max joint for them blood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was blood at the wrong time, nigga. When all them riots and all them shit, and the police hated the blood. You know what I'm saying? They hated them niggas, man. You heard? So make a long story short, they sent me to Southport. My first time going to Southport, so I landed in A block. Like I told you, as soon as I land there, as soon as I come on the company, I start go blah blah. You heard? My motherfucker, I know that ain't my man Famous. You heard? My man L Famous. You heard? Cause I fucked with my boy Star. My man Star's official. To make a long story short, Star he lock out. He let me know what's going on or whatever. He like, yo, man, don't be arguing with niggas. You heard? You know what I'm saying? We real niggas. We don't do that. You know how? He give me the regular protocol. He said niggas is bug outs. You know what I'm saying? You heard? But no. To make a long story short, this is how the shit started with this nigga. This nigga Dead-Eye that I'm talking about. Yo, the whole jail hated this nigga. You heard? He started with like 2.5 years in the box. When I met him, when I was on a company with him, that nigga had about 9 years in the box to do. You heard?
Wait, son he had crazy time?
He had crazy time to do.
No, I'm talking about his regular sentence.
Now his regular bid, if I can remember, I think it was a 15, maybe it was a 12 and a half to 25, I think. Yeah, it was a 12 and a half to 25. You heard? And he had about 10 years in already. You heard? But he was gonna wind up doing all that time. I ain't never ran into him after this story. But this is how the shit went down with him. This nigga Dead-Eye is a funny nigga. He used to be blood, right? So now when I move on a company, right? You know, he air hustling. He's seeing how Star treated me. He's seeing the interception that I get. You know how like niggas do. Niggas see how the interception you get from the real right niggas or whatever. So I'm getting a good interception from my bro Star. So boom. So boom. So you know how them bug out niggas is. Them bug out niggas, they don't be bug outs all the time. Like they bug outs once in a, you know, they bug out when they want to bug out. You know what I'm saying? So he playing cool. So now that's crazy. Now I'm blood, Star's blood, and it's a my neighbor's blood. It's a nigga named G. Now this nigga named G that's blood. He mad weird. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say that he weird is, remember how your people's drama said that nigga Preem was on some your man Murder said, God bless, your man Murder said that Preem was on some quiet shit. He don't talk at certain times and all that. Mm-hmm. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was bugging because when I met a nigga that was doing the same thing, but he was in the box doing it, you heard? He was a blood nigga named G. The nigga had about 40 years to do, you heard? He was a weird nigga. The nigga had about 19 years in the box, you heard? Mm. So when I met, they put me in a cell. He my neighbor. Now Star is the porter. Now Star's out. The first time Star was out to serve child, whatever, Star putting me on the shit like, yo, you know, we real niggas, yo, you know, we don't argue with niggas or this and that, but we'll get at niggas, we'll see niggas, you heard? But if a nigga started arguing with you, Al, just fall back, you heard? No matter what a nigga say, you heard? I said, all right, you know what I'm saying? He let me know about this box shit, cause I did box time before, but like I said, I did execution time. That shit is different from that Southport shit. That Southport shit, you got more MO niggas, you heard? And niggas be blowing shit, piss, niggas talking about fuck your mother, fuck everybody in the world, and all that shit can start from a regular conversation, you heard? You know how them niggas do. Niggas is MO, bug out ass niggas, you heard? So make a long story short, so he gave me the ropes and all that. So boom. So now the homie G, he sent me a kite. He's like, yo, more or less, I'm blood, this and that. What said he claim and all that. And he like, yo, I got a lot of time. He said, yo, I don't come out my cell for nothing. He don't come out his cell for showers, right? Look, he don't take showers, right? And he only talk from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the evening, you heard? So he and he telling me all this in the kite, cause I think when I came, he wasn't talking, you heard? Mm. So he telling me in this kite like, yo, I'm down moving this and that, I'm official, So boom, when he finally started talking the next day, we kicking it and all that. He from Brooklyn and all that. he seemed like, you know, he just seemed like he got issues or whatever. Like he on some different shit. Like he told me his reason why he don't take showers, he don't leave his cell, he don't go to the yard, he don't do nothing, because he get it on with the police, you heard? He had about 19 years in the box, and he keep going down. They keep taking him down to court. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, and he don't eat the food and none of that shit, none of that. You heard? He make pies. You know, I don't know if you heard about how Southport they be making pies and shit. You heard?
Making pies out of what?
Making pies out of bread. Niggas make the dough, and niggas save the apple crisp, strawberry crisp, all of the peaches, all the fruits and all that. You heard? The cookies and all that, and niggas make a pizza. You heard?
So niggas just be surviving off that sweet shit all day. That shit is.
Yeah, if you don't eat, cause I don't eat that. I don't eat a lot of that shit. All that Czechoslovakia and all that dumb shit. I don't eat none of that shit. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So I used to trade a lot of that shit, like a lot. And I was on some different shit. Like I traded my chicken. So I was like, once the nigga taught me how to make a pie, that was it, lads. I was making pies. You heard? I was burning that shit down. You heard?
So I'm saying, but niggas just only be making sweet joints, or niggas be trying to make like regular food shits too.
Niggas be making chicken joints and all that, but they only serve chicken like that. You know, chicken like once a month, bitch. You heard? It's hard trying to make a chicken joint. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas be making them shit big, like a hot pizza pie be in the pizza. You heard? Niggas be hungry, bitch. Now the weird nigga G is the nigga that taught me how to make a pie and shit. The shit was crazy, B. But before he taught me how to make a pie, the shit happened with the nigga Deadeye. The shit was crazy, man. Yo, this nigga Deadeye, right? This nigga Deadeye, he's from the Bronx, right? I'm from the Bronx, right? So after I'm on a company with the nigga, so now the nigga G told me his protocol or whatever. He don't talk after this time. You know what I'm saying? He don't go out. He don't take showers. He don't do this. He don't do that. So homie Star now, you know, Star's on a real nigga time, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And all that. The part that I think Star really wasn't about was the part about him not going out taking showers and shit, you heard? You know how like that, niggas down on niggas that when the hygiene right, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the part that, and he was claiming Don Moore, and he wasn't living like official, you heard? You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he was living official, you know what I'm saying? The nigga had over 40 years to do, you know what I'm saying? He kept going back and down the courts to go to family court and all that. You know what I'm saying? This and that, and this. So, you know, he just was a weird nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was going through it, you know? Like, I wasn't judging him like that, you know what I'm saying? I just landed next to him, so I was going with the go. So, boom, make a long story short, Star really wasn't feeling him like that. Star was like, yo, man, this nigga right here, man, don't take showers and all that. I'm like, yeah, man, like laughing it off, like, yo, man, come on, B. You heard? Because I know we ain't supposed to be doing that, you heard? Talking about the homies like that, you heard? But anyway, we laughed it off or whatever. Make a long story short. So now, me and the nigga Deadeye starts kicking it. Well, we all kicking it on the gate or whatever, right? So we all kicking it on the gate or whatever. So we talking about the street. Now I only been locked up at the time. I only been locked up about 4 years now. So remember I told you the Deadeye nigga been locked up about 9 years, you heard? Or 10, almost 10 years. I think he had 8 or 10 years in, or whatever. So boom. So now I know everything about the Bronx, and we from around the same way. I didn't know the nigga nothing like that in the street. He much older than me and all. Like he got me about 10 years or whatever. But he know about the Bronx. He come from the Bronx or whatever. But he a weird ass nigga. First of all, let me describe how the nigga look. The nigga's a skinny, JJ looking nigga, you heard? With big lips and cross eyes, you heard? And the nigga got a nasty, raspy voice, you heard? He talk loud, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And he think he a gangster, you heard? Now, boom. All he talk about is that little knife fight that he got him in there, that box time at that. He started with a 2.5 years. I think he got it on in Attica. He got into a knife fight in Attica, and he couldn't lead him. He was trying to. I think he had to go home from the box because niggas was gonna kill that nigga in population. You heard? Numerous of niggas, hundreds of niggas was gonna kill that nigga. You heard? That nigga was a petty nigga, big. You heard? To make a long story short, we talking on the gate or whatever. We talking about the street. So I'm one of the latest, or one of the niggas that came from the street the shortest time. Like I said, I was just on the street 4 years ago. He was on the street 8 years ago. So we talking about stores and all that. You know how when niggas be in jail, niggas be talking about anything. So we talking about stores and all that, like black stores and all that. So I was like, yo, there's not really a lot of black stores in the Bronx. You heard? I said, if you want to see the black stores, the black-owned stores, you got to go to Harlem and you got to go to Brooklyn. You heard? I said a lot of the stores in the Bronx owned by the Spanish bros. You heard? So this nigga, like I told you, this nigga's a bug out. It started out as a conversation. Now the conversation was good. Everything was good. The conversation was good. Once I said, yo, nah. A lot of the stores, a lot of the grocery stores in the Bronx is owned by Spanish people, you heard? I said you gotta go to Harlem and Brooklyn to find a lot of the black-owned stores and all that. So that nigga automatically, he said, yo, man, I just left the street 8 years ago, man. You ain't gonna tell me it ain't no black-owned stores in the Bronx, man. Look, this how he started the shit, right? So I go, yo, bro, I ain't say that it ain't no black-owned stores in the Bronx. I said it's not that many. I said most of the stores are owned by Spanish people. Why are you trying to change my words up, bitch? You heard? So he like, yo, man, you know something, Al? I ain't even like you, nigga. You heard? Fuck you, nigga. Faggot ass nigga. Yo, this nigga just went ham on me, you heard? So I'm like this. So he almost caught me because I'm like this. I said, word? I said, word, you bitch ass nigga? I said, word up, man. I said, when I catch you, nigga, I'm gonna stab the shit out your ass, you faggot ass nigga. So he was like, oh, now he going off on me. Yo, that nigga's a Southport king. You're going off on me. Yo, word up, man. Back when I catch you, I'm gonna stick my knife in you. Yo, word up, you little bitch ass nigga. I see how you look, you little punk. He talking to me like that, you heard? He like, yo, I see how you look, you little punk. When I catch you, I'm gonna stick my knife in you. And this and that. So I'm like this. The nigga start like whistle down to me like, yo, he don't say nothing because he don't want to put himself in the water fire with that nigga, you heard? So he like, so I catch on, so I play quiet, you heard? Yo, that shit is eating me up, bitch. Just cause I went quiet, don't stop the nigga. The nigga going in on niggas, you heard? He talking about my mama, everybody, you heard? I'm like, oh man, he talking about my dead dog, everybody, you heard? Nigga telling me to suck his dick, he gonna kill me, he can't wait till he catch me. So all this shit is humiliating, you heard? Hear the nigga yell this dumb shit, you heard? Yeah. So now I'm not giving no response, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So it was mad early. Yo, this nigga so mad, he saying early. He said, yeah, Al, when I catch you, I'ma shit you down, nigga. I had to say something about that, you heard? I said, you gonna shit me down? What the fuck is you talking about, bitch? You heard? He like, yeah, I'ma shit you down, nigga. Watch, nigga. You heard? I said, oh man, B, I ain't even been here a week, and the nigga gonna try to shit me down already. You heard? I said, oh man, I gotta be prepared for this nigga. You heard? Make a long story short, I did showers 2 times a week. So our showers was coming up like in 2 days or whatever. You heard? And he was in the back cell. You heard? So and he's a vet with that shit, lad. I'm telling you, man, this nigga. I'm telling you, he had like 9 years in the box. He only started with 2.5 years. You heard? That nigga was on a loaf and all that before. You heard? That niggas wanted to kill that nigga. You heard? Cause that nigga, he couldn't go to no population, nowhere, you heard? To make a long story short, he got me a little nervous in my cell. Not with no gangster shit, with that shit down shit, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't no real nigga feeling that, you heard? So I'm like, oh man, this nigga gonna come out, he gonna shit me down. He just wanted to shit me down, you heard? Faggot ass nigga. To make a long story short, word to my mother, when he come out for a shower, the CO was walking him out for a shower. Right before he get to my cell, I'm making sure I'm on point because I gotta make sure I know where he at, you know what I'm saying? Just in case I gotta dodge or whatever, you heard? That's word to my mother. Right when he about to get to my cell, my neighbor, the blood nigga G, the weird nigga, shit him down. You heard? The nigga G. Now the nigga G, this is what I didn't say. When I stopped arguing with the nigga G started arguing with the nigga. You heard? Now, I let G argue with the nigga. G argued with the nigga for like an hour and a half, B. The same way he argued, the same way G argued. You heard? That nigga G was the same way like him. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But it was just that he was on some weirder shit. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So the nigga G is like, fuck you, faggot ass nigga. You know how I play, nigga. You know me, nigga. You know me, Deadeye. Them niggas going at it, you heard? Both of them niggas know each other, you heard? Now Deadeye is blowing G up. Yeah, you faggot ass nigga G. You know I knew you nasty motherfucker. You know I know how you get down, nigga. You heard? You heard? I'm like, both of them niggas was on level 1 together, you heard? On some nasty man shit, you heard? I'm like, yeah, these niggas big. So make a long story short, Deadeye coming out for his shower. He said he was gonna shit me down, but he didn't really wasn't gonna shit me down. He was just trying to scare me up, you heard? But it ain't wind up happening is the homie G next door to me wound up shitting that nigga down. The shit went all in his mouth and all that, you heard?
Oh man, how he caught him with what? Like with a cup or with a squirt bottle?
Caught him with the milk carton, you heard? Cause that's what niggas do. Niggas had that shit. Nigga had some shit, some piss, some whatever else he could have in that shit simmering, you heard? Yo, that nigga, I don't know everything that nigga G put in there, but I know that nigga G shitted that nigga down for me, you heard? And when he shitted the nigga down, he said, blood, nigga, you heard? Blood, you heard? Yo, I watched the shit go in the nigga Deadeye's mouth. The nigga Deadeye was like, ah! The police was right behind me, because you know the police is escorting you to the shower everywhere, you heard? Yo, police jump back like, ah! Niggas like, yeah, I want that nigga Deadeye, you heard? And
but that was on his way to the shower, so he was able to go wash that shit off?
Yeah, he was able to wash it off, but the shit went in his mouth, bro. It went in his mouth. He couldn't wash that out, nigga. She caught the nigga, you heard? That shit went down in Southport history, you heard? I'm talking about, they probably still talking about them stories right now with that nigga Deadeye, you heard? That nigga Deadeye was a foul nigga, man. You heard? I ain't never know what happened to that nigga, man. That nigga couldn't go nowhere. Nowhere. You heard? Niggas was gonna kill him. You heard? Niggas was gonna kill him.
But you say he was shitting niggas down crazy too?
Shitting niggas down, but I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never get a chance to see him shit a nigga down. He tried to shit, he said he was gonna shit me down for nothing, you heard? He started an argument with me. Yo, I'm telling you, them niggas in Southport, them niggas be losing their mind.
Yeah,
like,
bro, it don't even be personal, is that fucking solitary confinement be making a nigga will resort to violence just to have some human interaction.
Yo, if I ever see that nigga, man, I'm gonna hit that nigga over the head with something, bitch. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I swear to my mother, that was 20 years ago. Yeah, I'll hit that nigga over the head with something, cause I'm telling you, bro, I did 7 years and I ain't never ran into a nigga like that. He was the only nigga I ran into like that. Even though I ran into some weirdos, but nothing like him, B. You heard? That nigga was a weirdo, a super weirdo, B. And I was on he stayed on a company. And what was so funny too is Star wound up leaving before me because he was there before me. You know what I'm saying? So he would have wound up going to level 3, and I wound up being a porter. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And I had to deal with the nigga. You heard? He lucky I wasn't a foul nigga, because I could have starved him out. I could have shitted him down, did whatever I wanted to.
Oh,
you
was a porter while Son was on the tier?
Yeah, and they never moved him after they shitted him down. You heard?
Was he talking shit? He knew better than to talk shit while he was the porter, right?
Hell no. That nigga ain't talk no shit to me after that nigga G shitted him down after that shit went in his mouth. You heard?
What that nigga said? Did you hear him? Did you hear his commentary after that?
That nigga was like, oh man, oh. I told you I was watching it. I was on my dick, because you gotta remember, a nigga telling you they gonna shit you down, you gotta be ready for that shit, you heard? You know, I couldn't, you know, this is the box, you can't have your curtain up, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, if that nigga had that shit, that, cause them niggas know how to throw shit. You heard?
What they got, like a slot, like they got like a downstate slot where he could throw it through?
Nah, it's like your whole gate is like a gate. It's not a door. It's like a gated door.
Cause I know I was in the box in Washington. That shit was a straight metal door with it wasn't no. You gotta drop your motherfucking latch for it to get anything like.
Yeah, that's SHU. I was in the SHU too. You know, that's when you in a regular jail.
Oh, so Southport, they just be having niggas in cells?
Is in cells with gates, like with gates, not the big see-through gates where you can stick your arms through, but the big see-through gates where you can like stick your finger through.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the fence joints, yeah.
Yeah, like the fence joints. You heard?
Yeah.
So like if a nigga throwing something, it could penetrate, it could go through.
Yeah, that shit splash right through that.
You know what I'm saying? But you know how like them niggas that be doing that shit, them niggas is bug out. Them niggas do that shit. Them niggas throw shit on police. You heard? All of that. You heard? That nigga dead out. He was a bug out.
So he had them 9 years from all the shit he caught in the box.
Yep, all that shit in the court. He only went there for 2.5 years because he got into a gunfight in Attica. You heard?
So what they be giving niggas that extra? They be giving niggas new time for shitting niggas down?
Yeah, they started getting, you get new time for shitting a police down, you heard? You get 7 years for shooting the police down.
Damn. If you blow trial.
Yeah, 3.5 to 7. Just like it's assault, just like a weapon charge. You heard? Yup, that shit crazy, B. That Southport shit crazy. And I went there, I went there twice. And when I went to Southport, they was building a lot of them double bunk boxes, you heard? Building all them joints. But I couldn't go to them shits, and I was happy too. Southport, they level 3, you get the motherfucking the candy bars and all that, you heard?
So what you said, niggas be making them pies on the radiator?
Nah, niggas make you know how like every cell got them built-in desks, the metal built-in desks.
Oh, niggas be heating that shit up?
Yeah, like you get the paper, you know, you get the paper to write letters and shit.
Yeah.
And niggas burn the shit. Niggas burn the paper, and that shit be setting off the smoke alarm shit. But the police be letting niggas cook, you heard? Cause they know niggas be starving, B. You heard? They not supposed to let you do that shit, you heard? But you know how it go. Probably right now, they probably can't even do that shit no more, you heard? But all that shit is different now, you heard?
That's crazy. Niggas be baking the pies on the motherfucking, on the metal desk.
Yeah, and the nigga G, the nigga that shitted that nigga dead out there, that nigga, he the nigga that showed me how to make a pie. You heard? Because there's a lot of that shit I don't eat, man. I told you, all that chicken terrazzini, all that crazy white shit.
Oh, you was a bad motherfucker, nigga, because if I'm in the box, I'm fucking all of that shit up.
Nah, I used to tear up the bread. And I'm telling you, I used to make a pie every night, B. I was making a pie every night, B.
So they be having niggas on the same tier that's on the loaf, or you gotta be on a certain level to be on the loaf, and they get you in a different spot?
When you're on level 1, you're on the loaf. You heard?
That's if you keep throwing shit and throwing your tray and all that shit?
Yeah, the loaf, anything can get you on a loaf. The loaf throwing shit get you on a loaf. Throwing shit with the police, you heard? All that grimy shit.
You tasted that shit before the loaf?
Hell no.
I heard that shit is disgusting, but then I heard eventually you start loving that shit.
Nah, I seen people on the loaf before. I seen how it look and all that, but I can't fuck with no loaf, B.
That shit'll make me go crazy, my nigga. I'd go crazy if I had to eat some shit like that every day. And it's the same shit. Would they give you that shit 3 times a day or once a day?
You get it 5 days a week, three times a day. And on Saturday and Sunday, you get regular meals, you heard? That's how they do the loaf. That shit crazy. Yup, them niggas, niggas be losing their mind in them boxes, bro. You know how they...
Hell yeah.
That's why I heard that they stopped that shit, you know?
Yeah, it's fucked up because they made it illegal to put adolescents in SHU now. But when we was up there, nigga, I was in the box at 17 years old losing my motherfucking mind.
Shit. Like I said, I did 7 years and I did 3.5 of that in the box.
That's insane.
First time I went to the box, I did 18 months. I caught 18 months and I did 12 months. And next time I think I did 90 days on key block. Then the next time I caught the 10 months. Then I did 6 months in Southport. Then I did 90 days in Clinton D block. So when I counted that shit up, cause I counted that shit up before, I was like, damn, I did about almost 3 years, half of my bid in the box.
So yo, that nigga never caught G back. Like when after they shitted him down, when he got back in his cell, he was wilding out.
That shit put that nigga back in his place, B. Because yo, he never thought G was gonna shit him down, B. I'm telling you, bro. He thought that he was the professional shit slinger up there, and you heard? And how them niggas be start feeling, them niggas be thinking that they be thinking they got niggas scared because you gotta remember, when it come down to something like that, real niggas don't pump like that, you heard? I don't give a fuck what going on. Real niggas don't pump like that. So you get a lot of, like I told you, it was Bush was on the company. Bush was official. LG go down every week. He had Little Kim, different stars coming to see him and all that. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So it was official niggas around. But like I said, them niggas, them shit slinging niggas, them niggas be thinking that they be on the company thinking that they top shit because they know that a lot of niggas ain't with that shit throwing. You heard? So sometimes niggas will be keeping it cool with them niggas. You heard? As long as they keeping it cool, but most of them is bug outs. You heard? But that nigga is right there, dead eye. I'm telling you, B. People gotta know him. Anybody that been in Southport from the 90s, from the 90s to the thousands, and that's another thing. He was in Southport. I was in Southport with him in 99. In 99 all the way. So he was in Southport. He was in Southport years before that. So he was in Southport from like 97 all the way to the thousands, you heard? I don't know when, I ain't never heard nothing about him. You heard? Cause I know if you was around him, you would know he ain't going nowhere, bro. You heard? Going nowhere. Word.